Welcome to World's Finest, the weekly DC Comics review. I am Phil, and with me is the always lovely and always opinionated
Hellfire. Hey guys! Convergence is over, so I'm kind of happy, but this starts a quote-unquote new era this week of DCU. That's YOU, week 1. What do you think about the new era of DC so far?
There's some hits, there's some misses.
I think there's more misses than hits, though.
Yeah, probably. I mean, it's hard to tell, because, this is only week 1. Hopefully the rest of the month improves, but...
But we did, it was another soft reboot. It's like, either you start all over again, or don't do it. I just, for the life of me, there's like some issues that are number 1s, and then the 41s kept continuing. So it's just like, oh, you did it again, DC. That's been my only complaint. It's like, you can't do half and half. You have to commit to it and do it 100% or it won't work.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, what are we doing after issue 41? The 41s. Are we starting some stuff over, or are we just going to keep going?
I think all the new series are starting at number 1s, but the ones that are 41 this week, aren't they going to keep going?
You would think that they wouldn't do that. Especially the storylines they had for the 41s. With the exception of Justice League, obviously, because that's leading us into our big thing. That's been the biggest thing to come out of Earth 2, World's End, and the new Future's End, and you know what I'm saying? That's the one that's kind of still going, so you could expect that. But everything else could really say bye-bye and start fresh.
Yeah.
So there were like 11, 12 if you count the Young Gotham sampler.
I have 6.
Well, I ended up... opened up my inbox, and I actually had some comics that I had no interest in from a friend of mine. So I ended up getting more than just Green Arrow 41, Justice League 41, and Bizarro 1. Oh yeah, Batman Beyond number 1, which were the only 4 that I was initially getting. So I ended up getting Midnighter and Omega Men and the Young Gotham.
So you still didn't get Green Lantern?
No, sir. That's all you.
Alright, well, I'll start there. I mean, Green Lantern 41, it's the same creative team. It's basically the same, except Hal Jordan's on his own, and basically wearing looks like a green trench coat instead of a Green Lantern uniform, and instead of a ring, he has a power glove. But yeah, besides that, it seemed like business as usual.
Okay, I'll take your word for it.
2.5, because, I don't know. Unless they're building up to something, it really didn't seem like much happened there.
You know, I looked at the cover, like I do every single issue of Green Lantern per New 52, and I just go, you tried it, but no, I'm not picking it up. It always fails to pull me in. So it's just like, I don't know. The cover is usually what sells it for me. If I'm on the edge of just like, yeah, I could get one more, what's it gonna be? And I start looking around and I'm like, no. And Green Lantern is always a no for me.
Yeah, and I don't know if they're leading into the Lost Army book, because at the end he sees like all the Green Lanterns and their headquarters. Everything is the Green Lanterns have all just disappeared, and I'm just like, okay, whatever.
I'm actually kind of interested in the Lost Army, because it seems like we might actually see some people that we haven't seen in a while, and it's been a long enough break for me to be kind of interested in some of the older characters. Yeah,
I mean, you're going to get Jon Stewart, which would be good, but some of them, I don't know. It's like Jon Stewart, Kilowog. A lot of them, I think, are newer Lanterns. So
what do you want to talk about next?
And you didn't get Action Comics either?
No interest.
Yeah, don't bother.
At all.
I mean, it was better, I guess, than I thought it would be. But I told you, the big problem I had with this is it seems like it's out of order. By page 2, he's talking about, like he said, it's been a crazy couple of weeks, and it says, see Superman 41, which I guess is part 1 of Truth. But I checked the solicits and all that. Superman 41 doesn't come out till like the last week of the month.
Okay. I said this before we started the podcast, and I'll say it again. You know what? They should just rebrand themselves Cluster Frat Comics.
Seriously, because, I mean, what else? I think Truth runs through Superman, Wonder Woman, and Batman, Superman. So what? We're going to get like parts 2, 3, and 4 before we get part 1? I mean, when we first see him, he's walking back. He's in Alaska, and he's walking back with like no shirt on. So I guess whatever happened at the fortress happens in Superman 41. But how would I know?
Okay, talk about a cover that does not inspire any interest whatsoever. Was it Chris or Tyler that dubbed him Casual Friday Superman? I totally agree.
I think I said that.
Not interested.
Like I said, it was a little... I mean, he was acting more Superman, well, except power-wise. He's leaping around, and I don't know, it's kind of sad.
Is he brooding? Tell me he's not brooding.
No, he's not brooding. He goes back to Metropolis. He hooks up with Jimmy, and, like, I guess the neighborhood he was living in, the neighbors are like, they're happy to see him. They're like, oh, Superman was living among us. Like I said, a little better than I thought. I'll give this one 3.5. Now, I'm curious. You said you were sent Midnighter #1?
Yeah, I absolutely hated it. This is an epic fail. Not interested in anything this comic is offering.
Huh.
Not the artwork, not the storyline, not the main character. It was just tedious. I'm sorry.
I can see that, because I read it, and I was like, well... I don't think I liked it. I don't think I hated it. I was kind of just, blasé. I was like, oh, okay, it's there. Do you think they're trying to set up, like, they're trying to explain who he is? Because, like, I never read any of the old Wildstorm stuff.
Me neither. I mean, with the exception of very few titles, but, like, overall, wasn't my cup.
Yeah, I mean, I've gone online, I've Googled him, and then he was in a couple issues of Grayson.
Yeah, that's probably why I'm so disinterested. I mean, did we really need that character to get a solo spinoff from out of all the characters in Grayson? Really, this guy? Okay, I'm just saying. Are
you saying you're not gonna give it another chance with issue 2?
No, nothing about this interested me at all. This is a 2.5 for me.
Oh, 2.5. I thought that's better than I thought you'd give it.
Convergence is over, so I'm feeling generous. I'm like, at least it's not Convergence issue such and such.
Yeah.
Still grading on the curve here.
I think I gotta give it 2.5 too, because like I said, I was middle of the road, so that's halfway to 5.
Omega Men #1.
I didn't get it.
I actually read that 2 weeks ago.
Oh, did you?
And forgot that it was coming out. I actually kind of sort of liked it. It made me feel like the best parts of Marvels from the 60s.
Huh.
When they were like set on that intergalactic kind of, you remember how almost every issue, I don't know if you are real familiar with Marvel in the 60s, but yeah, it seemed like they were always going into space and having these epic battles, and I just kind of, it was like a throwback feel.
Like a Fantastic Four or Thor vibe.
Yeah.
Huh.
I know everybody's like, wait, that's a good thing?
I know, coming from you, they're like...
No, early Marvel from the 60s is my jam. And so, I don't know, I really like this. This was the surprise of the week for me.
So what is your rating?
This one is a 3.5. Like I said, I really enjoyed everything about this because it was very throwback, from the art to kind of like the simple mission style storyline without all the brooding and the fighting. If you like Guardians of the Galaxy, like the actual comic book, you might like this one. If you're a Marvel fan.
Justice League 41, our $4.99 book.
Oh, tell me about it. It should have been $1.99.
Oh,
I actually had a big problem with almost all the issue 41s because of the structure of the pages. It's like they were trying to jam way too much into these pages. Like, have a splash page, for God's sakes. It was just like panel. Ooh, slice this up. 3 panels in one. I'm just like, dude, let it breathe. Space it out. It drove me crazy.
Well, I guess they were all like, we're back. This is the status quo. Let's explain it. Yeah, I did notice that. And, I mean, for Justice League, for all those panels, I mean, considering the issue was bigger.
Exactly.
And again, no continuity. We have Bruce Wayne Batman in this. We got Hal Jordan as Green Lantern. Fully powered Superman in costume.
I didn't like it. I don't care about this Dark Side War stuff. I just don't. Mainly because it feels like Wonder Woman is definitely going to get the short end of the stick out of this whole thing. So I'm not naturally going to be a fan of something that is pushing me.
Yeah. But what did you think about Darkseid's daughter?
I had a problem with her when she showed up in Wonder Woman's issue not too long ago to basically tell the story. And I'm like, you don't show up in Wonder Woman's title and expect me to even give 2 jots about you.
What, the preview?
Yeah, it was just like, really? Okay, you can try it if you want to, but this is just going to make me hate it, and that's probably why I'm not really interested in Dark Side Wars. They just kind of ruined it.
And what about Cyborg's bodies growing back?
Boo! Like, oh my god, we were just having this conversation on Twitter, It's like, dude, go back to the core of the characters and stop the gimmicks.
Well, that's like we were saying the other week. I mean, with Convergence number 8, if they really wanted to be brave, reset the clock to Crisis, reset the clock to 1985, 86, and go from, what the characters were from there and go from there.
Literally, dude, I would probably single-handedly keep DC afloat if they did that.
I mean, you could change Crisis and everything. I mean, Barry Allen can survive.
I think that's what we're going to get back around to eventually. They just have to sort this Dark Side War out and this Divergence thing, which is going to be a mess. But after we get through that, I think it's really when we see how DC is planning on making that change now that we've opened up so much. So we just have to get through this, guys.
So what was your rating?
3.25.
3.25.
A little bit better than a 3, just a little though.
Yeah, I will get once again 3.5. I don't know. I guess it shouldn't, but the continuity thing bugs me, and Cyborg thing, and there's just a lot.
The horrible secret of Superwoman's baby. Like, what is this, Rosemary's Baby? Really? Oh. The temptation of Batman. Like, come on.
Lex Luthor's gun welding sister.
Oh, you tried it. Oh my God, it's so gimmicky it hurt. And I was surprised Jeff Johns did.
What is this, Superman Earth 1?
Oh God, it feels like they're trying to write a TV show here. It's just like a soap opera, a superhero soap opera. And I'm like, we already have Arrow and nobody likes it.
See, it could be worse.
Yeah, it could. But yeah, I just couldn't believe it was Jeff Johns that thought this was a good idea. I give him the benefit of the doubt with this Dark Side War thing, but I don't know. We're off to a bumpy start.
Well, he's trying to make it the big thing, and I think they're throwing too much into the stew,
Yeah.
Batman Beyond number 1, because I know you're a fan of Batman Beyond.
I actually really enjoyed this issue number 1. I think it was the best book this week.
Huh. Yeah, I think I could agree with that. So you liked it?
But then again, that's not Sam.
Yeah, it's true.
I mean, we had Batmite, for God's sake, so. Stop saying that.
Oh, yeah, I know. So you liked it even though it's Tim Drake in the suit and not Terry McGinnis?
You know what? I give Tim Drake a lot of crap, but I'm willing to explore him in this particular role with this particular rogues gallery and hero support. You know what I mean? It's interesting.
Even though now we're going to have two Tim Drakes, one in the future as Batman Beyond and the other one as Red Robin and Titans.
I mean, it all doesn't matter anymore. So,
just what you wanted. 2 Tim Drakes now.
Well, it's better than 2 Damian Waynes, I'll tell you that.
That's true. Oh, yeah.
That's how I judge all the Robins. Well, at least it's not Damian.
Damian Wayne's like Guy Gardner. You have to have the right guy or woman writing him.
Yeah, that's true. I still haven't found one yet, though.
Somebody asked Scott Snyder on Twitter or something why he doesn't put Damian in his stories, and he says, I can't write Damian.
I wish more people were honest like that.
Yeah, well, I think Snyder said he was like, I can't get his voice right,
You know who he is? He's, do you watch Futurama?
Yeah, sometimes. I've seen a couple episodes.
He's the professor's clone, Hubert or whatever. Annoying as hell, came out of nowhere not nowhere, but definitely for no reason, just to have a kid around back on the scene because, oh, heaven forbid we keep Batman a loner. Let's give him something to play with. Ugh. I don't know, but I do like this. I'm really ready to explore it. They set up the world fantastically.
Yeah, then we get Barbara Gordon at the end.
I know, it's the best thing. I love how everybody was like, Barbara Gordon! That was a great page that they drew, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
I like that a lot.
Yeah, I did like the art in this.
Yeah, Dan Jurgens did the story, and the art was by Bernard Chang, and the cover was also by Bernard Chang. It was really funny because I was watching, what was it? The Batman Beyond Joker movie. I was actually just watching that with the commentary on.
Mm-hmm.
And they were talking about like the Joker's gang and stuff and the how they got that. And I don't know. It's kind of, I saw a lot of that influence in the background of this with the structure of the city and stuff, Neo Gotham.
Yeah, that was a good part when Tim runs into the Jokers. He's like, "This is still a thing."
Literally what I was thinking too.
All right, so your favorite of the week. What did you rate it? 5?
This is definitely a 4.5.
Oh.
I mean, it is still Tim Drake. Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
All right, I'll go 5 then. I don't have the problem with Tim Drake that you do. Come on, he's no Damian. Come on.
Yeah, I know. That's why it's a 4.5 and not just a flat 4.
Green Arrow 41.
This might be a little controversial to say, but thank God Diggle and Felicity are gone. The only thing
that I have a problem with is, like, there's no explanation for why they're gone. It's just like, poof, and they're done.
That's what I was trying to say to you the other day.
Yeah, I mean, we're back in Seattle. Like I said, I loved the Green Arrow mature line when he was in Seattle, kind of no suits, loud kind of thing. So anytime we're back in Seattle, it's good. I'm curious about this story arc. I'm curious what he can get into. I don't know too much about Ben Percy, so I'm very interested in what he can do. The art was great for me by Patrick Zircher, so yeah, I'm looking forward to what's next for Green Arrow. Hopefully we can get back to that run between 20 and 36. Oh, so great. So yeah, I'm looking forward to what's new in Green Arrow. Definitely. I think this definitely set the pace. This was definitely a soft reboot, if you ask.
Yeah, there's potential here. So, rating?
This is a 4 for me.
Oh, you read my mind. I was going to say 4. Grading on a curve, I'd give it a 4 also.
I'm not grading on a curve for this one. I mean, it's no secret Green Arrow is one of my favorites outside of the Bat titles, so I thought they did a really great job.
Did the Twix ad slow you down?
My issue didn't contain it, so I don't care.
Oh, the digital? Is that the digital?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Did it bother you?
It didn't slow me down, but it was just like, it just seemed like a lot of wasted page space. Like you were saying, when you're throwing in a bunch of panels, it's like, well, you're cutting off half the page on 2 pages here. Maybe that's why they cram everything. So, did you read anything else?
I read Bizarro #1, Batmite. I think I read every issue #1 this week. So I read Batmite, unfortunately. That's a character that didn't need to be brought back to the spotlight.
That's how I felt.
I mean, it's actually something kind of for kids, though, so I can't get too down on it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if kids actually like it, but it's a kid-friendly title for sure.
Hmm.
Although Batmite's a little devious. He's always been devious, and that they definitely didn't lose that edge to him. I didn't enjoy it. I didn't enjoy the art style or anything about this book, so this is like a 1.
A 1?
I mean, really? Why do we need Batmite? I'd rather bring back Ace than Batmite.
Yeah.
Bizarro #1 was a 2, by the way. This just, ooh. I thought I was gonna like this. The cover was very interesting, but I don't know what I was expecting. I think I was expecting something more gritty. Like, I didn't realize that it was like a little kid's book because of the cover.
It was a kid's book also?
Yeah, definitely. And it shocked the hell out of me. So I was just like, oh, I've made a grave error here.
Yeah, because I was going to say, I didn't read it, but it just seems like Bizarro is not a character you'd think that can hold his own title. I mean, he appears in Superman and Action or whatever. Okay, in little doses.
That's
yeah.
the thing about Batmite. It's only 6 issues, but it's like, why even do it? I don't know if Bizarro's going to get the full, 12-issue run in an annual, though. I hope not. I hope this was just testing the waters or something, because it was awful.
The only other one I got was Flash Season 0, #9. It's like the last part of the King Shark story.
How'd you like it?
It's there.
Yeah, I feel like they were trying to be like Assault on Arkham or something, and I'm just like, no, that's not what I want from this Flash.
Yeah, I'm like, you have the Suicide Squad, you have the Flash. I mean, you could have, I don't know, could have been better. Yeah, this and Arrow Season 2.5, they're not even on my pull list. I'll go into the store and pull them off the shelf.
Do you read Lobo at all?
No.
Don't blame you. I don't know. Lobo feels like he belongs to Marvel.
Yeah, he just seems like a two-dimensional character. He's there to punch stuff.
Like I said, he feels like he belongs in the Marvel universe.
Don't rip off Mark, but no, he just seems like a step up of Doomsday. He's there to trade punches with Superman or whoever else.
Yeah, I definitely don't think he deserved his own title. Like as a backup story or something, sure.
And then New 52. I mean, there's 2 of them running around. I don't know. There was the skinny one, and then there was the big pumped up one, and one of them. I don't know because he made an appearance in Supergirl, and then was he somewhere else? But yeah, they had 2 different versions, and then they were like, oh yeah, well, there's an imposter running around, so I guess one of them was an imposter.
Oh, but I do want to encourage you guys to pick up Batman Arkham Knight. Oh, this series is so fabulous. It makes me think of, if the 90s show, the Batman animated series got turned into a comic book, kind of, sort of, but with a little more grit. I'm really enjoying that series, yeah.
How sad is that the video game tie-ins are, some of their most popular stuff? Yeah, it's all for me.
Any controversies? How many days has it been since DC's done something stupid?
Well, I thought it was this week with putting out part 2 of Truth for Superman.
Okay, so we're like day 2, day 3.
We should have our own DC's Blunder of the Week. All right, well, if you don't have anything else, all right, shameless plugs and self-promotion.
Okay, you guys can talk a little DC with me on Twitter at Lilith Hellfire. You can reach me on Tumblr, lilithhellfire.tumblr.com, or you can just leave some comments on my blog on the various comic book articles that I have, littlepopculturevulture.blogspot.com. I do a pull list every Wednesday, and I tend to review stuff every Thursday. And I have Superhero Saturday, where I just review like random episodes from comic book influenced shows. This Saturday it is Heroes season 2 premiere, so come check it out. Like, plus, tweet it, pin it, leave some comments.
All right, well, you can discuss DC or Marvel with me. You can email me, nightwingpdp@gmail.com. On Twitter, I'm at nightwingpdp. And like I said, I also do a show, the All New Marvel Roundup, for the Marvel side of things. But yeah, email me, get a hold of me on Twitter. You can mention Tim Drake and Damian Wayne to me. All right, well, I guess that's it for this week. Come back next week.